Resilience is definitely not something you can train somebody, you can communicate, or even demand somebody to do. And now that we are working during this global pandemic, resilience as a personal choice becomes even more important. Because to be resilient, one doesn't need a leadership program, one doesn't need their boss to tell them to be resilient or to have this on a performance measure in an outdated performance management category. So I think we are learning the importance of personal resilience and the true definition of the word now that we're dealing with a mass pandemic. And the reason for that is COVID has not just affected the businesses we show up and work for and serve, but it's also taken away a lot of personal power and security that I think a lot of people took for granted potentially when showing up for business or work. And I'm really excited because we are fast seeing the effects on our addiction to busyness and are now refocusing on, well, what is my personal responsibility around showing up and being resilient so that I can then deliver the best work or help people or work on specific change projects or clients. So I'm really excited about the way COVID is, in a sense, pushing us to take personal responsibility for how we show up. And a lot of that starts with how we, start our day with certain rituals. It's also about how much energy we put into ourselves. And most importantly, it's about how we commit quality time and rest time for all of us, in the words of Stephen Covey, to sharpen our own swords. And I would much rather have that awakening thanks to COVID to allow myself to focus on that instead of having that demanded of me by some corporate organization. So the message for me around COVID-19 and resilience is now we are seeing and embracing true resilience, which doesn't need a resilience coach and definitely doesn't need a corporate program, but rather the personal choices for each and every one of us to take responsibility for our own personal energy, our own personal well-being as well, and how we show up way before we arrive at the office place. And this is what I'm excited that COVID is teaching all of us, the true meaning of resilience.